Today I am set to embark on one of the biggest cultural experiences that I've had, and certainly the biggest cultural experience that I've had since living in Portugal. I've been here for 2 years and I'm headed to a Portuguese Cup final. And this isn't just a regular Portuguese Cup final.
The Taça de Portugal, or Portugal Cup, was created in the season of 1921-22 with the original name of Campeonato de Portugal. I'm a huge soccer fan. I've never been to a club final, and I've actually been invited by the leader of a very passionate claque or supporters group from Santa Maria de Feira, a town just outside of Porto, well known for its medieval festival and fervent support of FC Porto. This invitation will give me an inside look into how a regular Portuguese fan might experience such a big occasion. We need to drive through the town to pick up one more person to join us on our journey. Me being the noob brought next to nothing. I had money for the ticket and money for some food and the keys to my house, which little did I know would come in real handy, and of course my phone to help capture these moments. The drive to Lisbon started out quietly, with me not knowing anyone but Tiago. I wasn't super confident in my Portuguese, although I speak to Tiago in Portuguese on a regular basis as he's my barber. So what changed? Coffee. On the way to Lisbon, we stopped at a gas station to fuel up on caffeine. That's when the music got a little louder and us speaking to each other picked up. As we passed through the city, we made it a point to banter about both Sporting and Benfica. The opening match for the stadium included the two biggest teams in Lisbon, Sporting and Benfica. But today's match is between the two biggest teams in the north, FC Porto, which is my club, and SC Braga. It's set up as a knockout competition, so for an American, think of it as a playoff of sorts, and today is the final match. The drive was going well until we got near the stadium, when things really started to slow down, and started to get more confusing to me as I was trying to understand what was happening in Portuguese. As we arrive, Tiago coordinates with others from his claque, and they've got a spot for us to park that's been roped off. We've also started popping the top on Superbox minis, and this is when the group realizes that I have a skill in using my keys as a lever to release the bottle cap.
It is an absolute party down there. We've been waiting about an hour in traffic, but it's time to get down there. Let's go. The scenes are absolutely unreal. Like, it's really hard to describe what exactly this is. I mean, this is tailgating, but this is tailgating on a different level. It's like camping, but everybody's on the same team. It's unreal. There is a setup behind me, which I'll show you in a second. Oh yeah, I got one of these. There's a setup behind me, which I'll show you. And yeah, it was definitely prepared. I mean, they know how to do a cup final. This is incredible.
Now earlier I mentioned having money for food. I was invited to grab some food from the tailgating that the supporters have put on. And like any tailgating that I've done as a guest in someone else's group, I tried to pay something for my portion of food and drink that I was going to consume, and they quickly refused it. For those that aren't into sports, to understand the magnitude of the event is fairly easily explained by saying that today is the opportunity to win a trophy. There are only a couple of trophies available each season to the teams in Portugal. FC Porto has already captured one earlier in the year, but that was a lesser competition. Benfica, Porto's national rival, located in Lisbon, already won the league, with Porto finishing second, so today's victory could help salvage the season and soften the blow from just missing out on the league title. I'm not sure how the food from the vendors around the fan zone is, but the food here is phenomenal, and it's adding to the experience because it's traditional Portuguese stuff.
right, we're about an hour and a half from kickoff. The mood is shifting. We can see the bus rolling in the background. So a lot of fans are getting ready to head to the stadium. It's a bit of a walk through the woods here. What a party it's been. A lot of food, a lot of drink, a lot of dancing and singing, chanting for Porto. Hopefully we get a win. There's a lot at stake here. It could be a good season with a win. Without a win in this cup, it's not a good season. Finishing second in the league and only the smaller cup. So let's see how it goes. All right, we're starting our walk to the stadium. It's so different. Like, I would not have had this experience at all had I not been with the supporters group. Definitely had just me and Kalie come here, we would not have ended up in this party atmosphere. We probably would have just caught the metro or caught some sort of public transportation to a point where we could walk to the stadium. But now, I mean, it's just a party everywhere we turn. It's unbelievable. The atmosphere is great. The game better match it. All right, so how I got the ticket definitely threw a spanner in the works, in the sense that I'm headed into an entrance where I'm the only one in the section that has a ticket for it. So I'll be sitting not alone, but I will be sitting not with any of the people I just met. But I'll be enjoying the game nonetheless. Heading into the stadium right now. It's actually a pretty short walk. It's a very cool looking stadium. Very different. I think 30,000 fans or so. 15,000 should be Porto. 15,000 should be Braga. Let's see. Alright, I have found my seat. It is about 40 minutes until kickoff. It's already starting to fill up in here. They're shooting t-shirts into the stands. Let's see how the match goes.
Taça de Portugal.
All right, we're up 1-0, but we're down a man with 30 minutes to go. We just had a player sent off for a dangerous foul. Braga just got a red card, so now it's 10 versus 10 men. The referee might look at it on VAR, but it looks like it's a last man foul, so he's sent off. 10 minutes to go plus added time. Come on! 2-0!
The match was decent, but the results and drama of the game was incredible. Little did I know, there was one more surprise in store. As post-match tailgating winded down, I found out that we were going to Fatima. Fatima is a city with some serious religious history. It has the gargantuan sanctuary of Fatima and is one of the most important international destinations for religious tourism, receiving around 6 million people annually. I knew nothing of this before moving to Portugal.
Well, I definitely did not expect to be here tonight. First time in Fatima. Very beautiful. This isn't going to do it justice, but very beautiful, very grand up here. So apparently, if I'm understanding my Portuguese correctly, after big cup finals and maybe just the Taça de Portugal, when FC Porto wins, Tiago and his friends come here and pay thanks. But also the players come here, if I caught that correctly. So the players should be arriving. Not sure if I understood that well, but the feeling up here is crazy. It's really quiet. It's cold, which is why I've got my jacket and my hood on. Just a very interesting feeling. It's touching being up here. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful night. Great victory.
This experience for me has been truly remarkable. From the early start in the day to the tailgating that happened midday to the actual match itself where, hey, we won, and then finishing it off at a very surreal place in Fatima, a place that I really want to go back to.
Yeah, sure enough, the players have arrived and they're walking by. No fans are really mobbing them, so that's cool. But fans are going up, especially kids are going up and asking to get their picture taken with the player. Or just saying congratulations and getting a hug. It's pretty cool, pretty touching. I like to see it. I love to see the pro players mixing with the fans.
This was a cup final to remember, and certainly a cultural experience that I will not soon forget.